Inflation, high interest rates, and average home prices have been the topic all year last year. But what are we hearing this year so far in our real estate market? Hello, my brilliant home buyers and sellers. This is Faryal, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about market update for the Greater Toronto Area. I'm also going to touch on the topics such as interest rates, inflation, and average home prices. However, at the end of the video, I'm about to share with you a very important market stat that a lot of people tend to not pay attention to. So I hope you can stay till the end of this video. So guys, let's get right into it. First, let's talk about the numbers. We saw that the new listings actually went down on a year-to-year basis by 40.9%. However, when I did the calculations to see as compared to the month of January, in February, we actually saw an increase of 8.83% just in new listings, which definitely shows the confidence of sellers. It's slowly coming back. When it comes to sales, we saw that on a year-to-year basis, they actually went down by 47%, but on month-to-month basis, comparing it to the month of January, in February, sales actually went up by 54%. When it comes to average home prices, we saw that on annually basis, they went down by 17.9%, but check this out. Comparing to January of this year, in February, we actually saw that the average home prices went up by 5.43%. That is mainly because of the low inventory that we're consistently seeing in the market. So what I'm seeing right now in the market is definitely an uptick in the activity, but I'm also noticing that buyer confidence is coming back, multiple offers on certain properties in certain pockets, of course, of the Greater Toronto Area. But another thing that really caught my eye was that I've noticed a lot of sellers now, of course, again, in certain pockets, not everywhere in the Greater Toronto Area, are also holding back offers, which was a trend long gone since the interest rates started to go up again. And I've noticed that the properties are selling higher than the list price, but yet they're not still at that high that it used to be until February of 2021. Let's talk about inflation. Right now in front of me is a graph of Bank of Canada overnight interest rate versus inflation rate that was posted in CTV news article. And the reason why I brought this up is because we have to remember where we started from to see where we are going. So initially in the beginning of 2022, our inflation rate was sitting at 8.10%. That's when basically Bank of Canada decided to start bringing down the interest rates. And after 8 consecutive interest rate hikes, we were managed to bring down the inflation rate that was just recently posted to 5.2%, which is a great news, of course, for us. However, we are still far away from our goal of reaching at 2%. Now, Bank of Canada holds its policy rate at 4.5%, which many experts think that can be on a hold for throughout the year of 2023. However, I personally think that there might be a slight increase in interest rate because mainly of the inflation. We are still far away from our goal of 2%. However, this pause in the interest rates has definitely given people who are holding variable rates a breath of relief, because those were the people who were impacted the most by these interest rate hikes. Another major factor that I keep talking about in most of my videos, guys, is the low inventory. Not just the low inventory, we are actually facing a problem of affordable housing in the Greater Toronto Area. And let's say if the interest rates do end up going lower, which can happen because none of us know exactly what will happen in the future. Nobody has a crystal ball. That's the road we end up taking. That means that our average home prices will likely to go up again in the future. So if I were you and I'm ready to take the action, I wouldn't wait longer for the interest rates to change, because if that's the route we end up taking, you will end up paying a lot more for that house that you're interested in. Now let's talk about the important market stat that I was mentioning in the beginning of the video. So that is called months of inventory. It is a very interesting market stat that nobody really pays attention to, but it tells you a lot about the market and where we are heading. So if we have 9 months or more than that inventory, that means that we are in a buyer's market. We have 3 months or less of inventory, that means we are now in a seller's market. And if we are anywhere from 3 to 6 months of inventory, we are more in a balanced market. In the last 6 months in the Greater Toronto Area, if you look at month of September, we were sitting at 1.4 months of inventory. Now, when I checked in February, we are actually sitting at 2.2 months of inventory. So we're slowly heading towards a more balanced market. Keep in mind, it is possible to have different type of markets within your area. So let's say you can have a seller's market in Mississauga, you can have a buyer's market in Burlington, you can have a balanced market in, let's say, a certain area of Toronto. So it all depends which area you're in. So if you're interested and you want to know where your market is heading or where you're at, feel free to contact me. And how you can do that is by simply clicking the link below, and through Calendly you can book a quick 30-minute call with me if you have any questions about the real estate market. What do you think about our real estate market? Where do you think it's going and how do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to know. Have yourself a wonderful day. Until next time, remember to be kind to yourself and others.